Let's start with something simple, a record player. Not just any turntables, but one that reeks of vinyl, dust, and simulated crackle, not because it needs to sound like the past, but because we've been trained to believe authenticity is in the analogs. Designers today don't create for memory so much as they design to trigger the illusion of experience. They use visual cues, CRT screens, grainy textures, sepia filters, to make the new feel old before it's even seen. It's not about history. It's about emotional shorthand. A retro font on a smartphone app doesn't say, "I remember this" anymore. It says, "I trust you."
The year 1958 was a pivotal moment in American history, a time when post-war optimism collided with Cold War anxieties, driving advancements in education, technology.
Roland Barthes has described photography as a form of that, has been an undeniable proof that something once existed in reality, in time, in space. But when digital media mimics this certainty through filters and deepfakes, it erodes the boundary between what was real and what only felt real to us. We're no longer remembering life as we lived it. We're curating a version of it that can be shared, liked, sold. What we once trusted as memory has become a product itself, polished, packaged, and profitable. The past is no longer just remembered, it's rendered. When we filter our experiences through digital aesthetics, we don't just change how they look, we change what they mean. A photo of a childhood home becomes a wallpaper for nostalgia, not a record of memory. The difference between experience and product collapses under the weight of curation, until all that remains is an aestheticized illusion, one we're willing to pay for again and again.
We have a new human being, and that's Chris Potter of Memetics Corporation, a new synthesizer, the Yamaha DX100, and a new computer, the Commodore Amiga.
It's not just about selling a product anymore. Companies are now packaging entire experiences that tap into your sense of belonging through manufactured pasts. This is where nostalgia becomes a business, no longer tied to real memories, but generated by algorithms predicting which fragments of yesteryear will trigger the strongest emotional response. And it's not just about warm feelings, it's about control. When you fall in love with a version of the past that was designed for you, you're more likely to trust the future is selling next. AI is now capable of generating deepfake content that mimics not just famous figures, but the personal memories you think you remember. These digital mirages are being sold as experiences, like reliving a conversation with someone who passed away, or watching your childhood home in virtual realities. The ethical line blurs when these fictions become indistinguishable from real memories. What happens to truth when it's optional? Companies don't just profit from nostalgia. They profit into something unstable and malleable. After that, consider how nostalgia is being weaponized in digital designs. Google's recent forays into emotional computing suggest they're not just trying to understand user behavior. They're shaping it through familiarity and comfort. The result: users who feel seen, heard, remembered, all while their data becomes the new currency of sentimentality.
Modern packaging does more than wrap and hold and conceal. Stunning in color, ingenious in design.
Welcome to a future where history is optional, or worse, preselected from an aesthetic drop-down menu. Nostalgia has evolved beyond sentimentality into a design language that sells us the past as a brand experience. The result? A cultural landscape in which authenticity isn't discovered but downloaded. When every new technology comes wrapped in a retro filter, we don't just look back, we rewrite who we are. The early days of digital music already showed the tension between authenticity and mediation. When musicians like Delia Derbyshire or Daphne Oram experimented with synthesized sound, they weren't just making new art. They were building a language for expressing memory through machineries. Today, we still seek that raw feeling, but only if it looks mid-century enough to pass as authentic. If history becomes a product of design, then identity follows suit. We no longer inherit the past. We download it like an app update. The danger isn't just aesthetic recycling. It's that over time, our understanding of who we are collapses into what looks authentic. If we can't trust memory without filters, do we have any sense of self at all? Or are we just avatars in a design loop with no exit?